This is the home of the Dallas Cowboys. But tonight, Texas Stadium has been transformed into a playing field of dirt. Home to the best Supercross riders in the world. Fans are ready here at Texas Stadium. Hello, everyone. This is Art Ekman welcoming you to the 14th round of EA Sports Supercross presented by Speed Stick. Ricky Carmichael came back for an incredible run to second place from near last, giving him a 24-point lead in the 250 race. Let's go down to David Combs.
Well, Dallas marks the 14th round of the EA Sports Supercross Series, which means there's just 3 races left before someone's crowned champion. As it stands, Carmichael's got that 24-point lead over David Billman, which coincidentally is the amount of points Billman probably gave away when he decided not to ride the Daytona Supercross. Is the championship over for the Cobra? Not yet. Remember, Ricky Carmichael also came back from the 24-point deficit when he crashed down the opener. The difference is Carmichael had a whole series to do it. David Billman's got just 3 races. He wants this title. He better start winning right now here in Dallas. Art?
Our Suzuki storyline for tonight is Ricky Carmichael indestructible. You'd think so after last week's face plant. We have 3 riders within 9 points to battle for third. And after Nathan Ramsey's surprise victory last week, will we have another first-time winner tonight? Former champion David Bailey, let's take a look at the Speed Stick track map.
Long start here in Dallas into a tight first corner, which goes into a tight second corner. I expect to see a big jam up right there. This rhythm section has 2 ways through it. We'll see some passing right there. After this whoop section, they get into the triple jump. That's right here, leading into another whoop section that's got to clear a 20-foot gap before they cross the start, get the signal from their mechanic. After they go over the finish line jump, they go back into the first corner.
This track should provide some very, very close racing as we look at McGrath. Skip Norfolk, his mechanic, getting out of the way now as we check out the lineup for our first qualifying heat. It should be a great one with David Billman second in points. Former 7-time champion Jeremy McGrath. Nathan Ramsey coming off his win. Fonseca, he was one of the 5 leaders last week along with Tim Ferry. And we got Huffman, Waugh, Johnson, Favoli. We're set to go. Let's see who can get through that tight first turn after the long shoot. Look at Nathan Ramsey on 25 on the Honda. The 4-stroke Honda, their first win last week. And he's got a challenge already from Fonseca. 2 Team Hondas out in front. And right there's McGrath trying to split the 2. McGrath trying to go by the bar. McGrath tripled. He goes into the corner. The crowd's going crazy. By the bar on the left, we come with Ramsey and McGrath. What a great start for Jeremy.
And he played the corner beautiful. He knew Ramsey would try to square him off and took his time a little bit, so Ramsey had nowhere to go. Jeremy's so clever. He's been doing this for so long. You don't win 72 races and just kind of wing it. He's got every move.
I thought maybe the 4 strokes might have a little advantage on this slippery soil.
Well, you know what's interesting is that this year, for the first time in probably 4 or 5 years, the track is beautiful. The dirt is not as hard and slick as usual. Pretty tacky. Yesterday was dry, but today they've kind of fresh dozer tracked it here and there, and it's staying loamy.
Once again, they put a lot of lime in it. They were anticipating it raining here on Saturday with the open hole here at Texas Stadium. They wanted to make sure they had enough lime in it to hold true, and it turned out to be just something beautiful now. Jeremy McGrath starting to pull a little lead on Nathan Ramsey with Billman in third, number 12, right there on the Yamaha. Billman, as Davey said earlier, has got to make a move here tonight if he hopes to win the 250 championship and take that trophy, that number 1 plate, away from Ricky Carmichael. Here's Ryan Clark trying to qualify for both 125s and 250s. We're on board with Ryan.
Gets passed by Favoli right there on the inside. See him look to his right. Okay, who's next? He's got to triple into this corner before the finish line. He's got enough of room right there where he can afford to go in on the left and get a good sweeping run at it. Still doesn't have pressure too bad behind him from Waugh.
Still he's in 7th place. Only the top 4 go directly to the main event. The rest go to the semifinal round.
This is the section where Jeremy took the lead. He'll triple from here. Well, he wasn't able to do it. It's a tricky section, and that's why Jeremy was able to go to the lead. Check out the start again. Ramsey just putting that four-stroke power down. He beats Jeremy out of the gate. Jeremy actually gets pinched off. Does not get that great of a start, but he leaves it on just long enough. Goes around Pavoni. Fonseca comes in on the outside, but Jeremy tucks it right around and stays in good shape.
That's sticking to your game plan there.
Yeah, and it set him up for that beautiful move he made down the rhythm section for the lead.
54-second lap on the last one, a little longer for Fonseca. You see 55.8 for the fourth-place rider with Ferry on his tail for that final transfer spot. McGrath capturing his second podium of the year with a third place in Pontiac in the last race, while moving into third in the championship points race. We look back now as Ramsey is starting to get some pressure for second place from David Villeman. Villeman wants to show strong early here, David.
Well, he also, it's just good for his confidence. It's good for the starting position to the main event. And he needs to get up there and challenge, try to run with Jeremy, see what Jeremy's doing, because MC is a second faster than everybody else so far.
David Villeman, we wondered if he was discouraged after going by Ricky Carmichael, who was down, and then Ricky coming all the way back to take points away from him. We asked him earlier this weekend.
I need to win and get some points, but, you know, but now I need a mistake from Ricky, another one, but seems like he doesn't do very much mistake, so I don't know. I'm going to try my best, and I'm going to focus on racing, focus on my stars, and try to win. Even if I win and I don't get the title, that'll be okay. You know, it's a good season.
We've got a battle going on as Ferry and Fonseca were going at it for points.
Now Villeman's in the clear into second. I'm wondering if he can reel Jeremy in. He hasn't really had a clear track, Villeman that is, to be able to take the lines he wants. Now he can, and I'm wondering if he can reel Jeremy in, or at least maintain the lap. He's been a second off so far. Ferry's starting to put some pressure on now. So Ramsey struggling just a little bit to keep the pace necessary to stay with the leaders here. Last week's winner.
Ferry comes in front of Ramsey, but Ramsey comes out of the corner on his first. In front of him, I should say. Now Ferry, good contact, good block pass by Ferry, and look who's coming up the side. Number 24, Fonseca.
He's losing his timing right now a little bit, kind of getting flustered. Maybe riding a little bit tight. It's hard coming off the win. It goes to you a little bit. It's hard to get back into your rhythm because you start thinking about, okay, well, now I've won. I should be able to keep winning, especially a heat race. And you get a guy pressuring you, and you just go into the defensive mode, start messing up.
Well, this is for the final transfer spot, too, for the two-team Hondas. McGrath, Villeman, Ramsey, Ferry, Fonseca, they're all in the battle. And as we found out last week, anything can happen. Every leader went down in the main event in the 250s last weekend.
During the last lap, Villeman was able to shave a second off of Jeremy McGrath's lead, so the battle for the lead might shape up here in the closing lap.
247, Evans is going by slowly.
Yeah, we're in the closing lap. He'll be getting the white flag, and Villeman is starting to tighten the screws on MC a little bit.
Here's McGrath, number 2. On that Bud Light Yamaha.
Beautiful the way Villeman still hops off that plateau over the jump before the mechanics, then just flat tracks it around. It's not pretty the way he gets to the corner, but it's faster.
I had a feeling that Jeremy was a little disappointed after riding by Ricky Carmichael that he only got a third, because he was one of the 5 or 6 riders that had a shot at winning last week.
Yeah, it feels like if he hadn't got hung up behind Ramsey, that really wrecked his momentum, and a couple of guys got around him when that happened, and he had to get back by, cost him some time. But you know what? He really feels like in one of these last 3 races he can win. And he needs to, because Jeff Ward won a Supercross every year, at least one, for 10 years. Jeremy, if he can do it this year, that'll be 9. It'll set him up to be able to tie that record next year. And he's running out of chances. He's holding his gap pretty good over Villeman right now. I think David just kind of went, I'm not going to push it any harder.
On the final lap, yes. But the real battle is for 4th. The checkers and the light bulbs, the flash bulbs go up for Jeremy McGrath. The final transfer spot finishing out the first qualifying heat for the 250s. He'll be going on to the semifinal round.
You see Ramsey just shaking his head like, what am I doing out here? He's obviously not happy with what just happened there. But last week, he had to go to the last chance qualifier, and he still won the main event.
There's our winner on the Honda results page. He'll be on top as Jeremy McGrath picks off his second qualifying heat win in the last 3 races. He's averaged a 4th place finish over the last 7 races. McGrath, Villeman, Ferry, Fonseca going directly to the main event with some high-powered riders, including Ramsey, having to go to the semifinal round. On board with Clark, where we leave you from Texas Stadium. We'll be